Not all plants like to be in the sun. In fact, some can't even tolerate an hour of direct sunlight. When exposed to full sun, these species develop spots, dry leaves, and even stop growing. And this mistake is very common. Many people place delicate plants in sunny locations, thinking they are doing what's best for them. In this video, you'll learn about 8 plants that simply weren't born for strong sun. These are species that prefer shade, partial shade, or diffused light, perfect for indoor environments, covered balconies, and less illuminated corners. For each one, we'll show the signs of stress caused by excessive sun, the ideal care, and the most suitable environments. If you've ever lost a plant without understanding why, you can bet the sun may have been the culprit. And if you want to avoid this mistake again, or choose the right species for that corner without direct sun, this video will help you never make that mistake again. Comment here which plant in your house suffers the most from the sun. And if this content brings you value, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with that friend who is always fighting to save plants. Now, let's get to know the main species. 1. Rapis excelsa, the palm that doesn't tolerate full sun. The Rapis excelsa is a slow-growing palm, widely used indoors for its understated elegance and ease of adaptation. Its fan-shaped leaves, with serrated tips, grow in tufts that resemble small palms. Unlike most palms, which love sun, the Rapis excelsa prefers protected and even shaded environments. Direct sun quickly damages its leaves. It likes partial shade or indirect light. Although it tolerates brighter locations, strong direct sun leaves its leaves yellowed and dry at the edges. It is ideal for living rooms, offices, and covered balconies. Keep the soil slightly moist, watering when the surface is dry. The Rapis excelsa is an excellent option for those looking for a medium-sized plant that conveys sophistication. It pairs well with large pots and spacious environments. And the best part, it doesn't require sun. With soft light and simple care, it grows slowly but vigorously, making it an excellent ally for giving a tropical and elegant feel to the home without needing a sunny garden. 2. Asplenium, Asplenium nidus, the wavy foliage that requires shade and humidity. The Asplenium, also known as bird's nest fern, is a fern unlike any other. Its broad, glossy leaves, slightly wavy at the edges, grow in a rosette shape, resembling a nest. This structure helps capture moisture from the environment, reinforcing its tropical origin and its preference for humid and shady environments. The sculptural look of the Asplenium makes it a natural decorative piece, ideal for sophisticated interiors or bathrooms with good lighting. The Asplenium needs indirect light or shade. Exposure to direct sunlight, even for a short time, leaves its leaves yellowed and burned. It is a plant that thrives in environments with filtered natural light, or in locations near east or north-facing windows. It likes consistently moist soil, but never waterlogged. Water frequently, keeping the soil slightly moist. With its imposing and unusual appearance, the Asplenium attracts attention without being extravagant. It is a plant that brings freshness to the environment and requires little, as long as it is kept away from direct sunlight. With the right humidity and soft light, it remains vibrant for many years. 3. Medanilla, Medanilla magnifica, the exuberant flower that needs shade. The Medanilla is an ornamental plant that is still uncommon in Brazilian homes, but it impresses at first sight. Its hanging flowers in shades of intense pink resemble bunches of decorative grapes and emerge among large, thick, and shiny leaves. Originating from tropical forests, it is accustomed to the shade of tree canopies and does not tolerate direct sun. When cultivated correctly, the Medanilla offers one of the most beautiful blooms in the world of shade plants. Medanilla needs bright, indirect light, but never direct sunlight. Its leaves burn easily and the flowers don't last as long when exposed to excessive heat. It's ideal for covered balconies, windows with filtering curtains, or well-lit indoor spaces. The soil should remain slightly moist. Water whenever the surface is dry, but avoid waterlogging. Good drainage is essential. To maintain the plant's health and encourage flowering, the environment must be humid, and the reward is worth it. Its flowers are unique, vibrant, and long-lasting. If you want a tropical, exotic, and elegant touch, and have a space protected from the sun, this plant can transform your environment. 4. Phalaenopsis, orchid, the queen of indoor flowers, does not tolerate direct sun. The Phalaenopsis orchid is probably the most popular orchid in the world, and for good reason. Its elegant and long-lasting flowers, which vary in color and pattern, can last for months even indoors. This species originates from tropical and subtropical regions of Asia, where it grows on tree trunks in the shade of the forest. Therefore, it not only prefers indirect light, direct sun can be fatal to its leaves and flowers. Phalaenopsis needs diffused light. An east-facing window with a translucent curtain is the ideal environment. When exposed to direct sun, especially in the afternoon, its leaves may develop whitish spots or visible burns. As it is an epiphytic plant, it does not need conventional substrate. It likes balanced humidity, without being waterlogged. Water once or twice a week, allowing the substrate to dry between waterings. Moderate to high humidity. Prefers humid but well-ventilated environments. Avoid spraying the flowers directly, as they can rot from accumulated moisture. 5. Columnea, hanging flowers that don't tolerate intense light. The Columnea is a hanging plant that attracts attention for its vibrant, tubular flowers, usually in shades of orange, red, or yellow. Of tropical origin, it is perfect for hanging baskets or planters, where its long branches can grow freely. Its exotic appearance and the contrast between the flowers and the green of the leaves make it a living decorative piece. But it has one clear requirement: indirect light always. Direct sun quickly compromises its beauty. The Columnea needs plenty of indirect light. Direct sun, even for a few hours, causes spots on the leaves and impairs flowering. It develops best in places with good diffused light, such as near windows with light curtains or sheltered balconies. It likes slightly moist but well-drained soil. Water moderately and avoid waterlogging. Excess water is as harmful as prolonged dryness. Moderate to high. In dry locations, misting the plant or using a humidifier helps with overall health. Want a plant that offers vibrant flowers, even indoors. 6. Ludisia discolor, the jewel orchid that shines in the shade. Unlike orchids that win over with showy flower clusters, Ludisia discolor is admired mainly for its leaves. Dark, almost black in color, with pink or golden veins, they seem to have been hand-drawn, with a satin sheen reminiscent of a jewel, hence the nickname jewel orchid. It is a rare plant in common collections, but highly valued by those who appreciate unique species. Precisely because of its forest origin, the Ludisia does not tolerate direct light. The sun can ruin its refined appearance. Ludisia should be grown in the shade or in soft, indirect light. Exposure to full sun fades the leaves, causes burns, and affects its ability to bloom. It is perfect for more sheltered corners of the house, such as shelves and bookcases with good indirect light. Keep the substrate always slightly moist. Watering should be regular but not excessive. Drainage is essential to prevent root rot. Moderate to high. It appreciates humid environments and responds well to light misting around it, but without soaking the leaves. The Ludisia is for those seeking quiet elegance. It doesn't compete for attention with extravagant flowers, but impresses with the texture, color, and shine of its leaves. An ideal plant for tranquil environments with low light, where it can reveal all its beauty with discretion and refinement. 7. Peacock Moranta, Calathea macoyana, artistic foliage that rejects direct sun. Among the Calatheas, the Peacock Moranta stands out for its leaves that resemble peacock feathers, symmetrical designs, contrasting shades of green, and a purplish underside that complements the look. Upon closer inspection, it seems that each leaf was hand-painted. Like others in the same group, this plant originates from tropical forests, where it lives in the shade of trees. Therefore, it is highly sensitive to direct sunlight, which fades its colors and burns its leaves. Indirect light or partial shade. The Peacock Moranta needs light, but full sun ruins its main characteristic, the coloration of the leaves. It does best near covered windows or in places with diffused light. The soil should be slightly moist, without drying out completely. Water regularly, but be careful not to overwater. Use chlorine-free water if possible. High. The Peacock Moranta suffers in dry environments. Brown tips are a warning sign. Spraying the leaves or using a humidifier are good practices. 8. Fern, Rapis excelsa, the lover of damp shade. The fern is one of the most popular indoor plants for its lush foliage and striking decorative effect. Its arching leaves resemble a delicate foliage comb that can reach up to 60 centimeters in length. They reproduce both by spores and by lateral bulbils, which makes the fern a fascinating plant to observe its growth and propagation. Keep in indirect light to shade. Full sun can cause brown spots on the tips of the leaves and dry them out in a few hours. Water. Soil always moist, but not waterlogged. Water frequently, especially on hot days. Use room temperature or filtered water, as they are sensitive to chlorine. Have you ever noticed those ferns with brown leaves at the tips, even without understanding why? This almost always indicates excessive sun or lack of moisture. If you have a covered balcony or an indoor corner without direct light, the fern can be the perfect choice. It brings lightness and freshness without requiring much work. Having plants at home isn't just about aesthetics. It's also about creating more vibrant, healthy, and welcoming environments. But for this to work, you need to respect the nature of each species. And as we saw in this video, many plants simply weren't born for direct sunlight. Therefore, placing them under intense light is more than a common mistake. It's a silent sentence. Burnt leaves, wilted leaves, stunted growth. These are clear signs that the plant is in the wrong place. The good news is that environments with shade or diffused light, such as living rooms, offices, bedrooms, or covered balconies, can be ideal for these species. With the right care, they grow, bloom, and become part of the routine without requiring much effort. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these plants is already part of your home? Has any suffered from too much light? Or have you just discovered that that sunless corner is actually perfect for a new plant? Comment below. Your experience can inspire others. If you found this content helpful, share it with someone who always says that plants don't work well in apartments. Sometimes, all it takes is choosing the right plant.